The Royal National Institute for Deaf People says around half of GPs don't offer earwax removals, which can lead to people looking at DIY options. It comes as oral care experts are calling for better regulation around hearing care in England. Jane McCubbin explains.
Let's take a deep dive down an ear canal into the crazy world of earwax removal.
So let's get this naughty object from your ear, which I completely disapprove of.
These are some of the growing number of DIY disasters.
I still don't know what this is, but it's got a sharp end. Wow, it's quite a long object as well.
A lot of patients we're now finding are trying to remove the wax themselves at home, either using these online wax removal devices that I'm sure everyone's seen, or cotton buds or bobby pins. I've recently had a patient use a flat edge screwdriver, believe it or not.
The man behind the tiny camera is the wax whisperer, and he thinks the loss of wax removal services on the NHS has created a crisis in ear care.
You've got to ask yourself, why are you using cotton buds? What's the reason? If you're trying to get the wax out, you're only going to push that further in.
More from him later, but now
I'll talk to you about Cliff Richard.
Have you filmed it?
meet Audrey.
Are you Cliff's #1 fan?
I have met him.
Despite wearing hearing aids for the last 20 years, Audrey is a huge music fan.
I've had a photo took with him.
And her hearing was fine until they stopped offering free wax removal at her GP surgery.
Because each time you're putting them in, it presses the wax down. It don't sound very nice, does it?
It doesn't sound nice, but it's a reality for so many
I
people.
know, yes. I went to have it done and they said, oh, we don't do that anymore. You've got to go privately. That's where the trouble started in a way. You can't go places when you can't hear. I did get depressed, I must admit. I was so depressed.
Audrey's GP sits within 45% of local integrated care boards which have stopped providing earwax removal. After 3 years and recurring ear infections, Audrey's GP sent her to hospital to have the wax removed.
If Mum had lived in a different part of the country, she wouldn't have suffered for 3 years. Please just provide her the GP surgery.
You want it back on the NHS?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yes.
Hi, good afternoon, Mr. Mazza.
Hello there, how are you?
More than 8 million people in England are currently without an NHS service. The Royal National Institute for Deaf People says this postcode lottery has left too many choosing between risky DIY solutions and a private sector too many can't afford.
Let's take a look.
But Neil's concern is standards.
Earwax removal is meant to feel really comfortable, and if it's performed by a suitably qualified professional.
It's a fantastic relief once you can start hearing again.
Many in this sector fear the gap left by the NHS has been filled by people who lack skills in a largely unregulated market.
There we are, it's come out a large piece.
The government told us it has no plans to regulate. And in a statement from the NHS, we were told people should be able to access services when symptoms persist and when they've been unable to remove wax themselves following guidance on the NHS website.
Fully see their ear canal and their eardrum, which looks nice and healthy. I've studied to become an audiologist for the best part of 4 years. It's just not possible to acquire such knowledge for such a delicate and intricate procedure within the course of 1 or 2 days or even a few weeks.
Not quite sure what they are at the moment. It looks like a pencil lead to me. What's your reaction about that?
I'm shocked. Oh, Mum, what is it?
Rechargeable earwax removal tool with camera, smart ear cleaning tool. Should we be buying things like this?
Certainly not. There's a famous quote which still applies: never put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear.
Audrey had left it to the experts, but lost faith and 3 years of good hearing when it didn't go to plan.
Do you feel like you've got your life back?
Yeah, I should be all right now.
That's Jane McCubbin reporting.